today I will request you to watch a specific content that I'm going to tell you. Is that there is a documentary which names it The Social Dilemma, and it's on Netflix, and you should go and you should watch it. I'll highly recommend you that you should go and you should watch that. Why I'm saying this, I'll in the next 5-6 minutes you will get to know by yourself. So right now, yeah, we all know that this post COVID period, basically it's all about that revolution of digitalization, and social media and everything is just taking heaps. It's just at their peak right now. So I just wanted to ask you to go on Netflix, if you have any account, or if your friends have an account, you should go and you should just watch that series, that documentary which states The Social Dilemma. It's the documentary which is on specifically is on our social medias, and all these tech giants who are basically covering the entire world, how these people are manipulating you. So I am very young right now to understand how these tech giants, how they even work. I am a first year student, like I myself didn't even, I'm studying orientation of computer, like that's how young I am. But the things which I can understand till now, it's that when I watch the documentary, I get to know very very important thing, and I should just I should tell you what was that. If you didn't watch it, you should go, and I'll highly recommend you watch it. So in that documentary, what you will get to know, these tech giants, on the one hand they are saying people should use social medias according to their limit, or they should use the social medias very very like in a very limited time. Okay, this is on the one hand. You'll also see the CEO of Apple, Tim Cook, he said that the smartphones in the human hands are not meant for every time. Like you can't use smartphones every time. So on the one hand, they are saying things which is like worried for the people like us, or everyone who is watching and using social media and everything. So they are saying things on the one hand okay, we will do, this is very important for us, we will try to do things. And on the second hand, what they are doing is, and what their management teams, their technical and their all the engineers who are working in these tech giants, what they are doing is that every day they are adding new features or new something which will makes you even more addictive to the respective apps. So for example, the most important app that we are using right now, it's IG, is Instagram. So Instagram has a very specific it's a very specific thing ki it always get new features. You always see that on Instagram now, you'll always get new features and new things, and that you'll really like to try. So what they are doing are that they are basically adding things on every day, and now they're expecting us to basically just make a distance from their respective applications, from the respective social media apps, and that seems not possible. Why? Because we all know that Instagram, for me example, like every time I go on the Instagram like I used to log in for once in a week or in a 10 days, or like I am not a very like good at Instagram, because every time I go on Instagram and when I log out my account I feel sad. I don't know, for some reason I feel sad, and I can't tell you the reason why. Why I feel like sad, and like, I just don't feel good. I just don't feel good whenever I log out my account, and that's also one of the reasons why I don't use Instagram very frequently. I am a very YouTube frequent users, because from YouTube you can get a very good content. But I'm also saying that I use YouTube a lot. YouTube also at some point, it's a very addictive, it becomes very addictive. So what they are doing, that they are specifically adding on features every day, and now expecting the people like us to remove that addiction. It's not possible. So the engineers who used to work in this Silicon Valley of America and in India, those product based companies, in those engineers, what they, if you'll watch that documentary, you will see that there was one engineer who used to work in Google, and he said that if you are not paying for any service or any product if you are not paying for any service or any product, then you are the product. Because when we use social media, we don't pay for it we don't pay for it, we just directly go used it, post stories, post our feeds, and everything. We'll do it. We don't pay for it. Now when we don't pay for it, so like these applications are not working on their on just they are getting money, like they're getting money from somewhere else, and it's their advertisements. Now their advertisements, who will watch that advertisement? It's people who are using that apps. So basically what they are doing, that they are adding on features to make you more addictive to their respective apps, so that you will spend more time on their apps, and they will get more advertisement and the endorsements and the all the things which is being advertised on their respective apps. They will get money from there. So they are adding on features, and they'll get money, and it's wasting your time. I know that I'm too young to tell you that you are wasting your time on this, on that, but this is what I feel. And I think it's very important to say this is a very tricky thing, because you all know right now on Instagram, that place is, I feel like that place is very toxic, yeah. Like for a person like me, I don't have a very fantasy life. I don't have a life where I am going for a trips, like I'm going to there, I don't have a very fantasy life. I'm an engineering student, I'm going to right now it's 8 in the morning, and I'm recording that video, and I have to go to my college. So I feel like these things has to kept very, very like these things, it shouldn't happen on a regular basis. And and one of the most shocking thing is, which you will get to realize, is that when I watched that full documentary, where the engineers and the software engineers who were actually working on this tech giants now, they are not letting their own kids using the same application on which we are using. So they are not giving the respective kids, every engineer or every technical person who is working in those tech giants, they are not letting their own kids to use that social media apps, and they expecting us to just give our time, everything on that social media apps. So I feel like this is really wrong, and if something is wrong, you should talk about it. And I felt like I thank you. Bye.